Oh, looky here. You got Uncle Clapback with you tonight. The uncle you love to hate and hate to love. This is our first live show on the Atlantic Cast Network. I appreciate everybody that is here. Do me a favor. Now, the only way the conversation is going to go any kind of where, you got to share it. You got to participate. You got to do what you got to do. I got to do what I got to do. If you do what you got to do, I'll do what I got to do. We all do what we do. Feel me? So let's do what we got to do. I need you to share. I need you to call somebody, text somebody, send them a letter, send them some ice cream. I don't give a damn. Do something. Let them know that Unc is on the air. Unc, I put my shit on for y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But no, I'm so glad that y'all here. We got some great information that we want to talk about. There is a link, y'all. For those of y'all who are visually challenged, the link is at the top of the thing. All you gotta do is click on the link. You click on the link, it'll bring you into the show. We'll bring you up. And we're asking that you be on camera, but if you can't be on camera because you didn't comb your hair, you didn't get your hair done, nails done, everything ain't did, you got on your wig and weave from last month, we understand. But we would prefer you to be on camera. So if you want to be on the show to discuss tonight's topic, go ahead and click on that link. Click on that stinky link. Y'all know about stinky links. Come on now. Click on the link, get in there, and we'll bring you up when it's time for you to bring up. So tonight on this show, I want to have the dang on conversation. And I'm going to tell you why I want to have this dang on conversation. Here in the Black community, we are faced with a crisis. Every single day we wake up, we have a crisis. When we went through COVID, we had a crisis. When we went through Ebola, we had a crisis. We also have crisis when it comes to single mother households. We had a crisis with the drugs in our community. We have a crisis with women having sex with multiple men, giving them children, saying they can't respect a man, but the man that they can't respect, they lay down and give their bodies to. We need to talk about this because tonight, we have all heard women tell us, we want you to open up. We want you to tell us your emotions as men. We want you to be more in touch with your emotions. And then when a man does it, that woman stores that in her brain. And at the most opportune time, she then will turn around and use that very same thing as dynamite and create nuclear havoc in the life of a Black man. And I want to understand from our women, how do you spend 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years with a man that you said you loved? A man that you took to your mama, your daddy, went to picnics with you, celebrated birthdays and Christmas and Halloween and bar mitzvahs, all of that. Y'all made up holidays to celebrate. Couldn't get enough of each other. And because y'all lost the vibe, you didn't just leave the man equitably. You wanted to make sure that when he left, he was crippled. You wanted to make sure he couldn't have another family. You wanted to make sure his reputation was tarnished. You wanted to make sure that man knew that you pierced him in the heart, but yet at one time you claim you loved him. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about the men first. Here's what I want to talk about the men. I think it is incumbent upon us that if we are going to say that we're leaders, if we're going to tell women how to behave, if we're going to tell women how to choose and to pick better, I believe every man at one point in time in his life has chosen a bad mate, a bad girlfriend, or a bad wife. Some of y'all got pussy whooped. Some of y'all got guap whooped. And some of y'all was already whooped.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you just whooped. And some of y'all whooped 2 times. You whooped ugly and you got whooped with the coochie. But you step into these relationships and you have made mistakes as men. And so the first part of this, we can start bringing people in. I want to talk to men, and I want to hear what the women have to say, because I know the women are going to rah, hoorah, cheer it on. Finally, somebody's talking about the men. But I think we men have to address other men and make sure that we learn from our mistakes. I always have a saying, failures can be a stepping stone to destiny if you learn. I've made many mistakes in my life in choosing raggedy ass women to be in my life. I mean, some gutter females they were gutter when I met them. And I thought that by being a good man, I was going to show them something different. I was going to do something for them different. And although I knew they wasn't shit, I thought I could put perfume on shit and it wouldn't smell like shit. It would smell like perfume shit. So we want to talk about it. So if we have people who are requesting up, y'all want to come in, talk about this. Let's get it going. Let's get it rocking. Let's get it on. We got Saul Camaro. What's up, brother?
What's up, bro? What's going down?
You know, I know a lot of times, man, you are a man of accountability. That's one thing that I know. And a lot of times I think on TikTok you get a bad rap. And I think you get a bad rap because people don't understand when you're having a conversation, you have to stay within the confines of the conversation. So if we're talking about behaviors of women, then the conversation is not about men. But what people want you to do is when you're explaining something about bad behavior with women, they want you to pivot and always talk about men. And I want you to tell us why you don't make that pivot and why you always keep the construct of your conversations to what we're talking about.
Well, in all of my years of leadership, I've never wasted time talking to subordinates. And a lot of people may not believe this, but I believe when we're talking about family, when we're talking about community, when we're talking about children, I believe that the women are the superiors in that situation and circumstance. And I will always go and talk to who I believe is in charge before I talk to subordinates. So I believe men are the subordinates when it comes to children, when it comes to the production of children, when it comes to the decision for children to be born, when it comes for the decision for children to be in this world. Life is a decision that the women will only make. All men do is give women the opportunity. So that's the reason why I always majority focus a lot of my conversations on the woman, because a lot of our conversations are about children and the community. I can't hear you. I think we're having technical difficulties. For those who are coming over, the topic tonight is, should men trust women? And of course, he wanted to talk about the men first. What are men doing in the community to ensure that they are trustworthy? What are the men are doing in a position where they can be in the position to be able to judge? Because if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then there's no way in the world that you can sit up there and try to judge somebody else. And I think that that's the main problem in our society, is that we cannot determine what a true man is. And once we do that as a community, once men hold men accountable, women hold men accountable, and we can identify the men from the boys, then we can hold the men accountable. But we cannot do that. Don't play with Pookie and then come complain to a man, because we don't want to hear about it.
So how do we? So a lot of times we hear women say, and if, like I say, the link is up top. So if you want to get in this conversation, hit the link and join us. But so there's always this argument that in our community that we don't hold men accountable. But like you said, it is not the men that are not being held accountable. Is we're not messing around with Pookie and Ray Ray, because we ain't got time to be dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray. But what do you say to men that have made bad choices? Because a lot of times we tell women make better choices. And do you think in your life, have you ever made a bad choice in a woman?
Fuck yeah.
And what did you do to correct that?
Not make the same mistake.
So how come women can't turn around and do what men do? You see how easy it was for this brother to say he made a bad choice and then just don't do the same shit over? He didn't say he got tricked.
Yeah. This is the case. First, of course, I was ignorant. I was young, right? So we learned as men. We were always told, once you become a man, you put away childish things. A childish adult male looks at a woman's ass first. A childish adult male looks at a woman's breast first. And these individuals don't understand that you are advertising yourself for an adult boy. You are literally trying to attract an adult boy because of what it is that you are advertising. If you are showing your body first, you're not trying to attract a man, because a man is not looking at your ass and bodies first. A man is looking at your character. A man is looking at your position in life. A man is looking at your prior decisions. A man is looking at what you're looking forward to. A man is looking at what your decisions are and what your position in life is off of those decisions. Your titties and ass, we've been had that.
So then when it comes to men, how do we make the transition to mentor these younger guys that are coming up to accept responsibility? Because what I find in the communities that I'm dealing with, because we have this phenomenon of single motherhood, we have a lot of boys being raised that don't understand how to make right choices, don't hold themselves accountable. They have a longer period of time before they can even become a man. And what to me is sad is something you said, I think, a few days ago, that for the first time in the history of the United States, the enlistment into the military is at an all-time low. And the reason I say that's alarming is the military has been a key component in shaping the lives of young men across this nation and helping them to become real men.
Well, in my experience, I was a recruiter for 3 years in Baltimore, Maryland. And 99% of the men that I sat down with, kneecap to kneecap, when I was interviewing them, every time I peeled the onion back and I was trying to find the need behind the need. And what I mean by that is, okay, he said he wants to join the military for education. Well, why you want education? Well, when I get out the military, I want to get a good job. Well, why you want to get a good job? Because of a woman. It's always, when you peel it back, every time it was because of a woman, because of some woman, some girl that he knew, somebody that he was in high school with, some girl that her dad told him, hey, you can't have my daughter's hand unless you got your shit together. So that's the reason why he said, you know what, I'm gonna go to the military. I'm going to the military. But today, these young men aren't doing anything for women. They're not motivated to go and get education, to go and get a skill, to be part of the military. they're just playing video games and doing what the fuck they want to do just to get money,
Mhm.
play more games so they can go buy more stuff. And I don't think they understand it. Their actions is reducing the number of actual boys that want to become in.
Right, right. And it's at an alarming rate. It is a crisis mode from what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing a transition even in corporate America where these boys are taking on a lot of characteristics of being feminine in a lot of
Yep.
ways. The way that they walk and talk, the way that they behave and handle themselves, how when I was growing up, it was it was unheard of for men to just sit around and complain all the time. But I deal with people in corporate America, males, who complain sometimes more than women, and I don't understand that shit. But it is a culture in which um, these young men don't have enough mentors. Well, I won't say they don't have enough mentors. I'll say that the women are not turning the boys over to the mentors to be mentored. And so we're creating this pocket of weak men that are growing up, and that is going to impact our nation, because our nation right now is filled up with a bunch of weak ass men, boys, I should say.
I wouldn't call them men. Um, you reap what you sow. You cannot, as a woman or a man, have a child in your home for 18 years
Mm.
and require them to do absolutely nothing, to be absolutely nothing. And then all,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
who is that?
What's going on? What's up, man?
Oh, that Peter, that boy Peter.
I don't see his face. He must got his
Yeah,
Android. He
he
must
didn't
be
pay his
fucking
Uh,
he didn't
an
pay his
Android today.
Wi-Fi this
no,
week.
I'm actually doing something on
Damn
on the
fucking
device. That's what I'm
He didn't
doing.
pay he didn't
trash.
pay his Wi-Fi bill.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Them garbage ass Android. But anyway, go. Christmas is coming up. We go all pitch in to get Peter an iPhone just for this.
That's right, y'all. Everybody, right now, give $1 to the Cash App. We have a Peter iPhone drive going on right now. $1 right now. We're gonna buy him an iPhone 11. He'll get an iPhone 11. We can't start him off with the real stuff. He'll get him an iPhone 11. This is the
Them.
Peter fund.
Okay, so back he fucked the whole. Okay, ask me the question again because he fucked me up coming in
Yeah,
here.
he messed me up. I forgot what the
His
question is,
lawnmower
but
phone. He got to start his phone like
I'm
a
a
lawnmower.
segue. I'm a segue into the next part of this. Um, boat driver. Didn't I had some videos, right? That I sent you, or
Operator, you want to play that next
yeah,
video?
operator 911. Can you play that video? So we had to clip out the audio for copyright purposes, but I want to explain to you what you just saw. What you saw, and we're going into the segue talking about, should men trust women? And this trust not only deals with things that women do to men, but I want you to understand. What's up, Peter?
What's
This
good? What's good? What's good?
So the video that you saw was a concert where these older women look like grandmothers were up on the stage shaking and gyrating, right? And with this whole thing about trusting our women, how do we trust our women, grandmothers, to teach daughters, to teach the women that some of these men will marry, to raise them right when grandmothers are on stage outside acting, to me, uncouth. I don't think there's ever a time when a woman that age should be standing up on the stage, shaking, twerking, and dropping it like it's hot. Don't nobody, number one, want to see them two pancakes behind her drop because she
First
ain't
of all,
handling
it better
ass.
be an ambulance close by because if a hip snap, it's a wrap.
Shoot, no ambulance don't need to be close by the person who run the morgue. They need to bring the
The
hearse because if
Undertaker.
she snaps something for real,
If
she
a
gone
hip
for real.
snap,
She gone. They
right,
like this. She going up to yonder to be with her, be with the Lord. That's what she gonna
Yes,
do.
sir.
Shoot.
So we have that, and then I want to read something. I want to read something. I told you I was going to read something. So remember this segment that we're going to talk about, and hopefully we get some women up here too. Um, trusting women with secrets, um, and then I wanted to look this information up as it relates to. We all hear women say on all these apps that men abuse women. That we had a woman just today on my show, before I gave her some data, said 75 to 90 something percent of men have abused women in all forms, shapes, or form, have abused 75 to 90%.
How about
So this
no?
this comes out of the Center for Prosecutorial Integrity.org. Survey over 20 million have been falsely accused of abuse. So we're talking about a trust.
operator, can you drop the link
Falsely
in the comment?
accused. What happened? Yeah. So let me read this to y'all. December 17, 2020, a recent national survey conducted by YourGov reveals 8% of Americans reported being falsely accused of domestic violence, child abuse, sexual assault, or other forms of abuse. The 2004-07 survey respondents were representative of the U.S. adult population. The 8% figure represents 20.4 million adults. Shit! Now let's get down into this granular. In 62% of the cases, the false accusers were reported to be female. Often, the false allegations was made in the context of a child custody dispute. 27% of that 62%. Similar percentage of falsely accused persons were seen among the various age groups, racial, ethnic categories, geographical area, and in other demographic categories. However, substantial differences were unearthed. The survey found a sharp gender divide. 11% of men compared to 6% of women reported being falsely accused. So 11% of the men reported it, only 8% of the women. Declining percentages of false accusations were observed according to the level of educational attainment. Persons with no college reported a higher number. They reported a higher number, 8%, than persons with college degrees or postgraduate degrees. The exception to this declining trend was noted among persons with some college education, with 11% reporting that they had been falsely accused. This higher percentage may reflect the fact that many accused students are expelled or chose to leave before they are able to graduate. So it also goes down and talks about the more money that you make, how that declines. But then it says false allegations were fairly evenly distributed across the four abuse categories. And that is 17% was domestic violence that were falsely accused by women on men, 17% falsely accused by women to men of child abuse, 17%, sexual assault, 16%, and then other forms of abuse, 11%. So with all of this going on, we got a super chat here. What did that say there? I can't remember.
Mr. Neil became a YouTube member of your show, Mr. Neil, 1981. We can't hear you.
You actually ain't hit mute, clap.
You must have muted yourself. So I think that what he was trying to say is with all those percentages, if you look at it, it's probably not a good idea for some individuals to trust women. I mean, if you just look at it, the full scope of things, I can understand that, but of course we can't say all. Nothing applies to all. But I would love for a woman to come up here and explain to us and to the young men that are watching what should give them hope. All these statistics that we're seeing, almost 40% of the DNA tests are coming out to be false. 17% of individuals who are saying that child violence is false.
You
27%
get kicked out of your own show. You get kicked out of your own damn show. Get kicked out your own show.
Go ahead, bro.
So here's the thing. Now, as it relates to us trusting, how do we trust women who falsely accuse for the purposes of getting custody in most of these cases, all of these false allegations just so that they can have a leg up and to make sure that they destroy a man. So I want to talk about this.
Clapback. Hold on. Look at that last comment. Look at that last comment. Operator, read that shit.
Yeah, read that.
Is that a woman? No, don't trust black women, period. Black women should just date out, won't have to worry about ghetto crunchy wig, fake eyelashes, baby mama, abusive black women, problem solved. Who is that? Is that a woman? That's a woman's name.
Yes, a woman. She's trying to be sarcastic. She's trying to be sarcastic. That's what she's trying to do. Women, you're more than welcome to come up on the panel and talk about it. But I want these brothers to talk about this. Hey, welcome, Brother Lower. So with all of this that's going on, that is happening to men.
What's going on, brothers?
What's up? Because understand now, y'all women told us that we were abusing y'all. But we found out that there's also a chart that I posted on my TikTok that shows that physical abuse is mostly initiated by women, and that women abuse men more than men abuse women. And they break it all the way down and have the charts and graphs. So y'all talk about men are abusing y'all whooping our ass.
Well, Laura gonna say all the women are right and you should love them. And
Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Nah. Every time I ask that question on my show about men being abused by women, resoundingly every time, every brother that ever come on and that's in the comments, we all at some point have been hit by a woman. Every one of us.
Hey,
but every woman can't say that.
Yeah.
If you're a man and you're watching, hey, somebody got YouTube on in the background. Am I the only one to echo?
I hear the echo.
Yeah, but you're the only one to echo. You using your computer?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I was making sure because the iPhone, but that's not another story.
Anyway, like I was saying, if in this situation, I would like to ask everybody in the comment section, if you are a man and you've ever been hit by a woman in any way, type yes in the comments right now. That's on TikTok as well. Type yes in the comments if you've ever been hit by a woman. But we don't ever talk about it, and we don't ever change the victims, even though a lot of us have been fucked up, like cars fucked up.
Yep.
I had a woman pull a gun on me, and here's the crazy thing: when they did it, Laura, I think that's your phone. Laura, mute. Watch this, because he got that Android.
I am muted.
Damn,
that's not me.
Damn. But anyway, I think that it's common. It's so common that we don't even address it. It's like a part of life for us. Look at the comments. Yes. I had one pull a knife on me. It's so common.
And we never report. We never
Right.
report.
Never
I
report.
done listen. I done been hit by a couple of women. I done had a knife pull out me a couple of times, bro. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I have a story that really I need to get somebody to write a book. Like this needs to be a movie. But
Right.
this woman not only pulled a gun on me, like she kidnapped my dog while I was at the police station on the phone with her. And guess what? Look, this is how paranoid I was. I went to the police station, called her on the phone because I knew she was gonna go crazy. Had her on speakerphone in front of the police officers. The police hear her say, "I'm about to break in your house right now and kill your dog." That's what she said, right? So the police station is right down the street from my house.
That's all.
They send like 3-4 cars down there. As soon as they get there and they see her, what do you think they did?
Done a doggone thing. But I tell you this,
They
Saul.
let her go. They
Saul.
let her go.
No, they,
Saul.
they made me prove it was my house.
Hold on, Saul. Saul. Let me. I'm gonna say this to you, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Okay, I'm gonna say this to you. It was your fault.
Here we go.
Cause I'm telling
Yeah.
you, you should have did the moves on her in the bedroom. It was your fault. You mess around and hit the back spot behind the back spot behind the back spot, and now she went crazy. It's your doggone fault. You should have never did nothing like that. Get that rope, yeah. Cause that, bro, you should have never did that. It's your fault. You should have never did it. That's why the police was like, this is this man's fault. We gonna let him pass on this one. They were being helpful to you. They were letting you pass.
And I told the story the other day about my friend who his wife cheated on him. She worked at Payless. Now she was a stay-home mother. She wanted to go work. So he said, "Go ahead. You want to go work? Go ahead." He was a manager at the post office. She goes to work, get a job at Payless. So he one day wanted to take her some lunch. He walks into Payless. Nobody's out there selling shoes. So he walks back to where the storage area is, and she back here riding a pony on top of a dude. And she says to him, while he sees this man all up in her guts, "It's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is." Well, what the hell is it? I see you riding on the candy stick. So he goes home.
She
He
said,
ends
no,
up
bro, to be fair, she had something lost in there. He was trying to find it.
trying to find it. But
She dropped something in there. He trying to get it out.
With the probe. He was
But
probing it for her.
she was he was probing things out for her, you know. So by the end of the week, she ends up not coming home one night. The guy she cheats with beats her to a pulp. She goes home at 5 a.m. and she starts arguing with my friend and getting ready to attack him. And he grabbed her by the arm to keep her arm's length. She said, "I got you now." The police were called. She lied and told the police that the bruises she had was done by my friend.
Wait,
And
what?
he was taken to jail. Taken to jail off of her word. And
Yeah,
because
somebody
he
got to
had
go to
bruises.
jail. Yeah, somebody got to go to jail in that standpoint. Somebody got to go.
Queen Asia, I need you to hit the request. I need you to come up.
Right.
Yeah, Queen Asia. She knows she's
Hey,
supposed to be up here.
but I would say this though. What happens is the reason why a lot of men don't report it, because if they call the police gonna more likely take them.
Right.
Because all she got to do is say, "Oh, he hit me,"
Mm-hmm.
and they're going. So there's no point to even calling them to the house. You're just gonna ignore it, get away, do whatever, and then not even report it. Because if you report it and stay at the house, she could say you hit her, and they take you.
Yep.
So with all this happening, how do we tell young men to trust these women, knowing what they do in divorce, knowing what they're doing when it comes down to custody cases, knowing what they're capable of, when some of the men start sharing intimate details with women, they get exposed or they use that against them, the pillow talk or whatever. How should we be telling young men to trust these
Look,
women that
listen,
they get
man.
with?
I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. I'm gonna tell you like my mama told me. My mama told me this. She said, "Son, think deep before you leap."
Mm.
And that's it. That's why I tell them was think deep
That's too vague.
before you leap.
That's too vague. I gave my Marines detailed instructions I told my Marines, I typed up a document. I swear to God. I typed up a document, sent it to every one of my Marines' email address, and forced them to make 100 copies and keep it in their room. It was a documentation to have a woman sign it, fill it out, check boxes. It had everything that he was allowed to do while she was in that room. If he was allowed to touch her breast, off breast. If she was allowed to touch
What if she signed it and then turned around and said he forced her to do it?
So wait. So they had to sign it. They had to fill this out before they do something with it.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a shopping list.
That was cock blocking, boy. Ain't nobody
Like,
gonna
ooh,
get none.
wait. So I'm gonna get this right here too. Okay, yeah, check that out.
I think I'm joking. I am not joking. I made a document for my Marines. It had anal. It had I had all of the correct words, you know what I'm saying? Fellatio. I had all those things, and then she was supposed to sign it. He was supposed to go down to the duty desk, take a copy of her license, and put it with that piece of paper, copy of it. Make a copy,
crazy,
put it in his folder. And I told him, hey, if you have sex 3 times this weekend, I better see 3 documents. Because if she come back and gives you a
And they actually filled it out. They actually filled it out.
So I had this one dude, he had volumes. Yeah, 2011, 2010, and 2009. He had this shit documented. He had all that. I was like, boy, you need to slow the fuck down. You need to down. You know, but I kid you not, it was that scary. I'm not joking with you. You're talking about a career. Your career in the military, one bad document written up against you, it's a wrap. You can forget about it because it's so competitive. It's so competitive. So did some of these people do it? Probably not. Did some of them take it serious? Yeah. And one guy, a video, not the document, but the video saved his career because he did a video because he was somewhere else. He didn't have the paper with him, but he was somewhere else. So he did a video. He did a video and he asked her all the questions. Can I do this? Can I do that? And she was like, yeah. And he was laughing. They were laughing, having a good time. And then he looked at his phone. He said, all right, y'all, time to get to work. Put his phone down and went and did his thing, right? Tell me why the next day he was walking out of her room and the duty saw him. And where she lived was a female-only area, right? Wasn't supposed to be no men there. So he asked her, hey, he's like, what are you doing down there? And he was like, you know, girl said I could come down here. It was a married only wing. So every girl down there was married. So immediately they took his ID, they wrote his name down and told him they were going to report him. And then what do you think she said?
Yep.
What do you think she said?
He forced me. He graped me. Grape.
She
Wow.
said grape. And she brought him to her barracks, and she was a higher rank. She was a sergeant. He was a fucking lance corporal. And it took him almost 2 years to beat that case. It's crazy, y'all.
Them doggone sergeants and lance corporals.
I would tell young men, be as careful as possible.
Think before you leap. Think deep, not just think. Think deep before you leap.
You have to literally imagine the worst and put in factors to eliminate the risk. You have to assess the risk and then eliminate the risk. What if she says tomorrow morning, I forced her? Okay, I need to.
We need to welcome
Convict.
the Blasian persuasion. Some of you women down in the comments section, y'all need to get up here. Y'all need to get up here down in the comments. Y'all need to get up here on this panel and let's discuss it. I know that it's a tough situation, women, that we're talking about, but I need some answers. I need some answers from some women. I need to understand how you give your life to a man 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you love him. And then when you lose the vibe, you want to destroy the very man you said you loved. The one you went to picnic with, the one you went to bar mitzvah with, the one you went trick-or-treating with, the ones you created holidays with, you barbecued with. You told everybody in the world, oh, he's great. He's the greatest man ever. I've never met anybody like Tim. Tim is just wonderful. But then when you woke up on Tuesday, you wasn't vibing no more. And now Tim is the devil's first cousin. You want to destroy him.
I already know.
Hey, so operator, go ahead, put the put that link in the chat, because Queen Asia talk about she don't know what she's doing. Just all you gotta do is click the link. Put the link in the chat so Queen Asia can touch it.
This is
You
channel.
know,
If you
and
have an
bring it
Obama
back.
phone, it probably won't work. If you have an
You know,
Obama phone,
hey, this channel is a little bit more sophisticated. This ain't TikTok. This ain't no live. This is a
Right,
broadcast.
yeah,
Cut it
you
on-
know what I'm saying. So if you
Put it
got
on
an
TV.
Obama phone, we'll
You can
eat
watch
up your
this on
minutes real
TV
quick.
right now. This ain't an app.
Yeah. So you got to have at least there's the link down there in the chat. We're asking women to come up, men to come up, because I really want to know. I really want to understand this because I know Peter has girls, Saul has girls, Lower I think has both. But once Blasian talks, and then we get some other people up here, what I want them to answer is if you had young men right now that were under your tutelage that wanted to get in a relationship or getting married, what would you tell them about what they should reveal to their spouse and how much should they trust them if they should trust them with any information? Because a lot of times men get in relationships and will tell women things that they did in the past. And then, like Saul said, they're like an elephant. They don't forget that shit.
I already
Just like
told.
Keke Palmer sitting on that supposed video that we haven't seen yet. But now all of a sudden she wants to use it. Now I don't understand why she wait to now. But he was whooping
Right.
your ass supposedly all this time, but now it's time to tell. But go ahead.
Right. I've always
on purpose.
said, even I said this on Lois Live. If a woman says to you, lay your head on my pillow, your secrets are safe with me. I'll keep your secrets. Just think of me of the pages of your diary. That's a trap, sir. That is a trap. That is a trap.
Mr. Anderson.
Don't fall into this trap. I'm just letting y'all know, man. If she says, I will keep your secrets, she says, just relax, lay your head on the pillow. That's Delilah talking to Samson.
Yes, sir.
It's a trap.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That's exactly how Delilah did Samson. You put your head in a woman's lap, you are very vulnerable. You're very vulnerable. Luckily, since I've been married, I hadn't had to go through that. But up until that point, before I got married, oh man, every woman, anything you've ever said to them between you and her that nobody else knows, at some point they come back and throw it in your face.
And go ahead and do some nasty shit, and she gonna tell when you break up. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and let her play with your booty hole and record the shit. She gonna post it everywhere.
Yeah, she gonna tell everything. She gonna tell everything.
Y'all out here, girl, to
Hold on. I don't know about all that ass playing and shit.
Right.
Shut your bitch ass!
Y'all
you
can say
shut
I
your
don't know
bitch
about that
ass!
shit.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that
You've
joint.
been on the booty thing all day today, Saul. What's up? Wait, Lord, he been on the booty thing all day today. I mean, what's going on here, Saul?
I don't know, son. Look, my wife can't even smack me on the booty without me turning around and say, "What you doing?" Listen, I'm telling
Go
you.
ahead, have her do something to your booty and see if she don't tell everybody. She gonna tell everybody. Look here, look. I promise the guy. There was this guy that I worked with, and they were breaking up. Him and his wife was breaking up, and she was hot. She came up to the job. She's like, "You keep fucking with me. I'm gonna tell everybody everything. I'm gonna tell everybody
Everything.
shit.
Everything?
She said, I'm gonna tell everybody everything, and I got pictures. We go, oh shit.
Oh shoot.
You in trouble, nigga. You better go back home. You didn't go back home. No, tell me why she went. Because you know, back in the day, you had to go and take the negatives and go get them printed, right?
Oh my
She
God.
went and like
Shoot.
30 copies and was just leaving them bitches in places.
Shoot, you should have been
Dirty
told that
bitch.
man, run, Forrest, run.
She was just leaving pictures of him getting his booty played with.
Oh.
Jenny.
Look. That's how they say it.
I need you, Jenny. I need you, Jenny. You should have been told that man to run, Forrest, run.
Run.
I'm like,
What's
yo.
up, Blasian?
Oh gosh.
We got the lovely Blasian Persuasion in the house today. Come on, Blasian. Grace us with your voice. Grace us with your
I,
presence.
I I think that's a troll picture. Her camera don't work. We gotta make sure that's her.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Queen. You know, Queen in here. You know what that means.
Oh, Queen Asia. Listen, y'all. Y'all can support this live by tapping the screen. You also can give super chats if you want your super chat read. You also can hit the Cash App. You know, we're giving you a good content. We got 51 people in the room. We're talking about it. This is a very needful conversation because, you know, every person wants to be able to
Y'all
trust
hear
their
me?
significant other.
Yeah,
We
we
can
hear
hear you.
you.
Every person wants to be able to trust their
I'm up
significant
here.
other. This is not TikTok, dear. Every
I hear an echo.
that's because you're talking. Every person wants to try to trust their significant other, but I think for men it has to be measured. So let's let these young ladies talk. Blasian, you can go first, and then Queen Asia. Uh, you know, tell us from a woman's perspective. First of all, have either of you women ever used a sensitive piece of information that was shared to you by your significant other at any point in time in your life to hurt that man?
Show us your face,
Oh,
sister. Show us your
yeah.
face.
Yeah, oh yeah. They really gonna come out and tell the truth on this part.
Mm.
Queen Asia, show us your face, sister. Show us your face.
Come on, you can do it.
That's why
I told you, Queen Asia, everybody wants you on camera, girl.
Y'all better cash at me. I need
Oh, here we
$20
Can't
go.
have you to get on
for
camera. What
5
are you
people.
talking about? What is
Queen
I need
happening?
Asia,
$100
Queen
to put this all
Asia,
Show
together.
her.
Queen
We come on
Asia.
camera all the time, Queen Asia. What are you talking about?
All she
Hey,
gonna do is
Asia,
show her.
we've
it's
already
a
had this
strategy over here.
discussion.
I hear
Why
an
are you
echo though.
doing
Oh my
it?
God.
Okay, just answer the question.
No. If you got
Baby, it's a
YouTube on,
strategy with me, baby. Better check my
listen,
technique.
hold on,
Do you?
everybody listen to me. If you got YouTube on in the background, whether it's on your TV or another phone, you got to turn it completely down, or it will create an echo. Okay.
I really
Right.
hear an echo. What I gotta do to stop the echo?
Do you have YouTube on somewhere else? Do you have YouTube on another device?
I do, but I just
Okay, you have to
started
turn
it.
that device. You have to turn the other device
Oh,
all the
okay.
way
Hold
down.
on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your
We do.
Clap.
We
concentration?
listen.
Clap. Where do
Let me
you
tell
get
y'all
these
something.
people from, bro?
Y'all say we don't do
Okay.
community work. Y'all say we don't go to the hood and do community work, and y'all see it real time. Go ahead, Queen Asia.
I'm looking to see how can I add a picture on here.
Oh my
But
God.
Girl, look, just all you want to do is show your titties anyway.
Shut up,
Put them on
son.
a glass.
If you
Listen,
want to come on camera, down at the bottom there's a camera. You
I'm
click
telling
it.
you, I come on here. I have no problem. But y'all gonna have to
Okay,
cash
come
at
on
me
camera.
$20.
Shit. Stop talking
Don't
shit.
start that Cash App shit, Queen Asia.
Why?
Come on now.
I know what I'm doing here.
No, you
I'm a
don't.
mystery. I know y'all want to
Yo,
see.
go ahead. Hold on. Blasian's talking. Let Blasian talk. We can hardly hear you, Blasian.
Whooping her ass.
I'm gonna be quiet and let her go first because I definitely want to answer the question, but she needs to
I
stop
can't hear.
schooling me.
Yeah, we can hardly hear you, Blasian.
Can you hear me now?
A little
A
bit.
little
You
bit
got
better.
volume on. Hey,
I have to
operator,
put
can you
this
turn
in.
Blasian
I
up
have
a
to
little
Speak
put
bit?
it down
distant.
my throat. I see. Hold on.
No, don't worry about it. Operator can take care of it. Go ahead, keep talking. Queen Asia. So
Yeah, you right.
what should we tell young men? How can they come to trust our women?
Y'all have to just go in with some faith. I mean, a lot of us are trustworthy. We're not going to mislead y'all unless you do something wrong. I mean, that's how I operate. Don't
That's
cross
the
me, I won't
devil.
cross you.
Hey, is you
So
crazy?
you're
Is
saying,
you
yeah,
crazy?
yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of solid ones out
Wait,
here. Like myself.
did you miss the part that every man has been through the same thing and heard that same bullshit, and every one of us, a woman has done that, thrown it back in our face. Did you miss that
Where
part?
y'all picking these women at? Like, I just don't understand. Like, y'all got to go somewhere else and find some solid women.
Nah, you done did it yourself. Why would we go by
What
what
I
you
do?
saying when you never threw something back in a man's face?
Nah, only if he did first.
Oh, so you did do it. Okay, go
Listen,
ahead.
like
You
I said,
confirmed.
you cross
You
me,
confirmed it.
you liable to
You
be crossed.
confirmed it. You just confirmed it. Never mind.
You have to do me wrong first. I'm not about to do you wrong first. That's
So
not
we're
my
not talking about
intention.
a regular. So understand. People in relationships have arguments. That's understandable. Disagreements. But I said, this is the only time I use the word all. I believe every woman at some point in time in their life, in at least one relationship, has used something, not just an average argument situation, but has used something that they have learned about their partner or the partner told them. They have thrown that up in their face to try to hurt them at that time, and they knew when they did it and said it what they were trying to do.
The only logic answer I can give you is if he's ungrateful. There's nothing worse than ungrateful. Yeah, you can't be ungrateful and then starting to get the big head and thinking you this and that.
And you got to chop them down the sides right quick, right?
I mean, I'm not saying personally that's what I do. Like I said, you had to cut me before I cut you.
Right.
But I'm speaking on the behalf of other women. It has to be an ungrateful man.
Queen Asia, you still have your YouTube volume up on one of your other
No. I
devices.
think that was somebody else. She's fine.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Queen, let me ask you a question. Here's a scenario. Me and you are in a relationship, right? We're in a relationship. And we've been together for a year, right? And now after this year, you're expecting me to give you some type of question, what we're going to move forward to, right? And I told you some very dark secrets about my childhood.
I would never fold.
You know, some stuff I did with animals and shit, you know, whatever. You just think.
Oh, I wouldn't even be dealing with you. It's a wrap.
I told you back in the day, I used to give it to cows or something.
Yeah,
you
know, used to dip it in some peanut butter and call your dog over.
I used to have
by that time, I would lose interest, but I wouldn't even hurt your feelings like that.
Hear the story. I used to have catfish suck on my dick in the pond. Whatever. Listen, just hear me out. It's some nasty shit. I told you when it was happening when I was a teenager. I don't do it no more. But this is something I told you in confidence, right? So it's Valentine's Day, our 1 year anniversary, and you're thinking that I'm about to give you a ring because, hey, you know what? We've been having marriage conversations. We've been talking about the future, and you done told your mom and everybody, and guess what? Everybody there because you told them to come. And then when they show up, I walk in, they're like, hey, I'm here, and everybody's expecting me, and I'm like, okay, where's the food, nigga? Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I don't know why everybody fucking here. And I don't do it. And then you get mad and you were supposed to propose to me. I had my family here. And I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't tell you to do that shit. I didn't tell you we was getting married tonight. I didn't tell you I was proposing tonight. In fact, I think you're crazy. And I don't want to fuck with you no more, period. Now I done broke your heart bad. Now I done went on Facebook and laughed at you. I'm like, this stupid motherfucker brought her mama and everybody thought I was going to propose to her crazy ass after she done did all this stupid shit to me. Fuck out of here. Are you going to tell my secret?
See, the thing is, if I tell your secret, that's only going to make me look bad, too, for dealing with you.
I didn't ask you all that.
I'm telling you how I go.
I know. But
if I've been dealing with you this whole time,
are you going to talk bad about me and say, that's why your ass used to fuck donkeys and shit?
No, because that will reflect off me. That means, what kind of woman am I to even deal with that?
Okay, let's take it away from you. What about the majority? What about the majority? Let's take it away from you. Do you believe the majority of women would do that?
I mean, it may be half of women may do that. But that's like you finding out. Let me give you another scenario. And ladies, feel free. I don't know. I can't see the comments, whatever. That's like your man. You finding out that he's undercover, right? Some women would be so embarrassed to even say, dang, he like dick on the side. So they probably take that to the grave with them. Because everybody knows the first thing they're gonna think, like, dang, he got HIV or something. They're gonna take that to the grave. And some women might just expose you.
We can't hear you, Clap. All right, go ahead and say what you were saying again, Queena. Clap, we can't hear you. Go ahead, Queena. Say it again.
So that's like you finding out your the love of your life was DL, right? Now, don't get me wrong, you got some that'll expose the hell out of them, and you got some that may just be embarrassed because the first thing they're gonna come to somebody's mind, like, dang, you might got that thing, you might got that. So it's gonna be hard for another man to even want to talk to you. So they might just take that to the grave with them. You know, but you got some women who like, shit, fuck that. I'm about to goddamn fuck it up for him for the rest of his life. Nobody gonna want to talk to him. And then you got bitches that gonna talk to him regardless. You feel me? So it's just certain things. Like for my instance, I'm not even gonna take it that far. I ain't even gonna deal with you. Especially if you've been messing with donkeys and stuff like that. Like first time you tell me that, it's a wrap. I ain't gotta tell on you and say, oh, this is what he liked, or this is what he did.
Yeah, stop
And I
the
want
cat.
here to break your heart.
So
Wait a minute.
here's why you
I
can't.
got a better example. I got a better
Yeah,
example.
go ahead.
Let's say you tell you and this chick been together for 2 years. You 25, 30 years old, right? And you
Mhm.
tell her that when you was younger, an uncle of yours touched you.
Oh hell no.
How long before you think she ever throw that in the man's face again? She's not gonna hold on to that long. When the first time she get pissed off at that young man, she gonna say it. The first time.
You
Cause
acting
you
like a little bitch. You act like a little bitch. You know, go
right.
And I'm gonna tell you something that I know you
You act like
probably.
a little bitch.
I'm gonna tell you something I know you
She'll
probably
probably
have
say it
said
through
in
a
your
text
lifetime.
message, or she might say it to you, but I doubt she'll tell the world.
No,
So Queen
I doubt.
Asia,
that's
can you
worse.
hear me?
It all depends on how
Can you
mad
hear
she
me,
gets.
Queen
She'll
Asia?
tell everybody.
That's low though. Like I have a problem with hurting people's feelings. Like I really don't like
So
to hurt
so
people's feelings
so
I know
Queen
unless
that.
I'm
Asia,
clapping
Queen
back.
Asia,
You feel me?
Queen Asia, can you hear me? Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
In your lifetime, through having boyfriends or whatever else, because you told us you outside, you said
No,
you
I
in the
never
streets,
said
but
about
I'm
that,
going
baby.
all the way back to whenever you started dating. Are you sure that you're telling me that I know for sure one of the guys that you probably had dated, his dick probably wasn't as big as another nigga's dick was. And when you got in an argument with the little dick nigga,
Ooh.
I know that you probably told him that's why your dick is little and you can't satisfy me like George could.
Whoa.
No, I wouldn't compare. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't dare compare him to the next man.
Oh shit.
But I might just
Cap!
say, listen, he would have
Clap.
to say some
Go
foul shit to
back.
me for me
Clap
to
back. Go
say,
put on all those hats again.
I'm
Look,
telling
look.
y'all,
If
this
you
is
Yeah.
a real God on the truth.
if wait a minute, if you gonna
I'm not
tell
gonna
that
take it
he,
that far unless you take it
oh
far
wait,
with
wait,
me.
if you
You
gonna
gotta take it
tell
far
that
with
he,
me first.
hold on, if you gonna tell that Saul was fucking a donkey, you gonna tell somebody that the other dude was fucking with a donkey dick. So
Yep.
don't come up here lying.
I don't know why y'all think the worst. Everybody not on that time. I mean,
No, because
everybody's life has
when y'all get into an argument or when you get hurt or when you're trying to leave a man and you think that the only way to get what you want, whether you want custody and child support, y'all start pulling shit way down from deep down to use that stuff. You may not go tell other people in the community, but most women definitely will take that ammunition and use it against that man to try to hurt him to his heart, to try to cut him. And you know that's what y'all do. Come
That's
on
the
now,
thing.
don't
I
be
don't.
capping.
It's different women in this world. I mean, you can't just automatically think I'm one of them. You know, I'm sure it is women out here, but some
You be
women are
going off
just
on
different.
people on TikTok, so ain't no way in the
They
way you be
started
talking
with
to me
me.
on
I'm not just
TikTok.
about to start with people.
Hey,
There's a lot of y'all that
Oh,
show
sweet
all
Jesus, let me
wives
kill
and
this
shit on here.
nigga.
I ain't never said
let me do a
nothing.
commercial real quick. Let me do a commercial.
You know, I don't talk about people. They talk about me.
Everybody that's watching the show on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, what I need you to do is make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's free. Go up, subscribe, right? Hit that notification bell so you can know every Monday when Clapback is doing another show. And also, you can go down at the bottom of the list where the comments are. There's a little heart right there. You click that little heart, and it's going to give you an option of a happy face, a little horn, a heart. Look, you can like the live as well, and you can like the show as well, and you can share the show. All right, so do that to boost up his numbers, and let YouTube know that we appreciate and we like this show, and we want it to continue. All right, y'all go ahead.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
why
see the
when y'all
chat.
get
How do y'all
in an
get to see the
argument,
chat?
It depends on what you're looking. If you're on the show, you're not going to see it. You gotta. This is like if you're just
Okay.
a viewer on
but
the phone.
yeah, but you went sometimes. I've heard women try to emasculate a man by getting an argument and talking about, yeah, that's why you got dookie stains in your drawers and you got all. Come on now, that's why you laughing because
I'm laughing because
you
you
know.
crazy.
Come on now.
I got one. Clapback. I got one. So let's say that I told you my mom was like special ed, like she had special, she was special because she got in a car accident or something. She's got, she's
I don't mess with disability
she
people.
got mental problems. She got mental problems, right? And we get into it. I want y'all to, I'm not going to even ask if you do this, but I know it happens, and I'm going to just give y'all an example of how it affects us. So I don't talk to most people. Most guys don't share, sensitive stuff with other people. Only people they truly love. And if he was to tell you, like when he was a kid, he lied and said that his auntie was his mom because he was embarrassed of his mom, right?
Sad.
His mom. So he used to lie to his friends and say that his actual auntie was his mother because his mom was special ed. She's slobbing and shit, She walk around like, Donnie, you better come back home right now. Why are you laughing? That's not
mean.
Funny.
That is mean.
Why are you laughing? That's not funny. And so she would be at the table and eating and stuff, and she'd be like, "You better eat all your food." And
why is you so extra?
Stop. That's not funny, bro. This is somebody's mother. So she would have like giblets and mashed potatoes and stuff coming down inside her mouth, and she'd be like, "You better stop it laughing at me." And she didn't. He thought, that was a sad part of his life. And then when y'all get mad at each other, you be like, no, he'd be like, girl, shut your stupid ass up. He playing, or y'all really arguing and shit. And he like, girl, shut your stupid ass up. And she's like, stupid ass? What about your stupid ass, retarded ass mama?
That's low. I would never.
Right.
For one, I work in that environment, right?
But it happens.
I'm sure that's immature people. Those are narcissistic people.
I'm describing it, and you sit up here laughing your ass off, man. And that's somebody's real mama.
My thing is, I believe in karma. I believe in things come right back on you. Like I teach my son, I could bring my son in right now if I wanted to, but he's in the bed getting ready for school.
Well, why was you just
I teach him not to ever be a bully.
Well, why was you just laughing at him?
Huh? I'm laughing
at
you and your acting skills.
No. I was giving everybody the detailed representation of what is real. And you was over there dying laughing.
No, that wasn't me.
Dying laughing.
For your acting skills.
No.
You was dying laughing.
We all know
y'all be lying on me. I don't know why y'all like to lie on me.
No,
y'all know damn well I went down laughing.
You know what it is. And you would have
I said, hi, Saul, you're so extra. That's what I said.
You don't do to me like that.
That's not nice.
Is your microphone ready, Blazing?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. Welcome, Blazing.
All right, thanks. Show. What's up? Sorry about that. My mom is watching, by the way.
The sky is blue and the water is wet. Go ahead, Blazing.
Yes, it is. So I apologize. I kind of missed a little bit of the dialogue.
The question is, what should we be telling our young men? What do they do and how do they prepare to be able to trust our women? Is that right, Clapback? Did I get it right?
Yep. Absolutely.
What advice do we give them?
I don't know, because a lot of females out here ain't shit. So I don't really know what advice we can give young men.
Oh, shit.
It's getting deep in here.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what do you expect us to tell these young men? Like, my 21-year-old, what am I going to tell him? He already sees that these females out here ain't shit.
Yeah, Blazing, did you ever throw something in a young man's face?
I did when I was younger, absolutely. Yes, I did.
What exactly did you throw in his face?
I knew his mother was a piece of shit. So when he got on my nerves, I was like, that's why your mama don't want you.
Don't you say that, Mom.
Damn.
Yes, I did.
Now, did he ever do that to you? Did he ever take sensitive information about you and do you like that?
No, someone else did, but no, he never did. Not to my recollection. I was like 20-something years ago. But no, not that I could think of.
Got a green tag up there. YouTube member.
Swift Justice, thank you for joining. Another YouTube member for the Clapback Show.
We appreciate y'all out there loving. You know what? This is Uncle Clapback, the uncle you love.
Okay, look, I think we should switch it up. I think we should ask the ladies what would they tell their sons, because I think we would get a genuine answer.
Yes.
Queen Nay, Blasian, Queen. Let's let Queen Nay go first, since she just got here. What is some advice you would tell your son on how to move with women today, and what would they need to do in order to trust them? That's it right there.
I would just tell my son he needs to find someone that is able to control their emotions. I think that's the key to it, because I've never done that before.
You've never used any piece of information ever in your life in any relationship that was not saying that you went outside, but brought it back to his attention in any situation. Okay.
Who said that? Queen A?
Queen A. Mm-hmm.
Well, did you hear my?
And I got some ammo. Trust me, I do.
Did you
but
hear
I just would never
about
do
the
that.
special ed mom?
No. And I've seen females that do it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, how could you do that?
I'll give you the same question. Let's say your man, your boyfriend, his mom was special ed, right? She was, or let's use the R word. Well, I can't because I'll get banned on. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. She wore the helmet. She licked the whole. I'm talking 100%, like the worst case you can think of. Like she's just drooling all on herself.
Damn.
All that.
Oh my God.
But somebody had sex with her and they had a son. But the son came out okay.
Damn.
And y'all was arguing. Y'all was arguing one day, and he called you the R word. He's like, girl, you and he was serious. Like he was like, girl, you stupid. And you know, like you got this right here. You got this atomic bomb right here. You can drop it anytime and napalm his whole life. Are you trying to tell me you would not use it?
No, but I'm telling you, I'm not gonna allow my face though. My face I will give him a look like, nigga. I will give him a look. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna hold it in, but definitely gonna look at him like.
See, and that's what we talking about.
I know.
Would you tell your son, as you said, you said you would tell your son to find somebody that knows how to control their emotion.
Yes.
But would you also tell your son to fully be open with this particular woman? Like, let's say something was unfortunate that, your son came through that, only you and him knew about it. And you like, this could be very damaging to you if anybody found out about it. And he says, Mom, I love this young lady, and we're open. We don't have any secrets, and I want to share with her everything. Would you advise him to do that?
I mean, you can't.
How about no?
No, I'm not gonna say no, because you do want to be open with people, especially if you're talking about marriage. But at the same time, like, I would just implore him to really make sure that you vetted this person and beyond a shadow of a doubt that this person would not.
I don't know how long you've been in the live, but I read a study that talked about abuse, and it broke down the categories of abuse related to women doing false allegations against men. Now, all of these instances are with individuals that pretty much had relationships with these men at first. But when the relationship went sour, and most of these were cases pertaining to paternity, or not paternity, pertaining to custody, those women who used to love those men, just like the woman who's going to love your son, when she lost the vibe, they falsely accused these men. So knowing what a lot of women do in our society, knowing that you still would tell your son to be fully open and transparent with everything.
He has to gauge that on his own. I tell him, you better test her. So figure out it.
No, but I'm saying you putting it on him. We're asking you, what would you tell your son? What advice would you give him? Would you tell him if you knew there was something that could be very detrimental to him, first, let me ask you this. Do you believe the mothers in our community today are raising daughters suitable to marry your son?
No.
Okay. So if they're not raising daughters suitable to marry your son, would you then tell your son to be fully open and transparent about sensitive issues that could, in the event of a breakup, come back to haunt him?
No, if you don't have to tell, don't. It's not something you don't have to tell, don't. Take it to your grave.
That's coming from a mother, y'all.
Well, I mean, I think also not only when it comes to we've been talking about a lot of speech and words. Let's go a little bit deeper. Like, false allegations.
Wait 1 second.
False allegations on
Hold on 1 second here.
Just met. Can you mute? Oh, well, let's go to false allegations of SA. Let's go to false allegations of DV.
Yep.
What should we tell her? How? Because the men already gave their advice. How would you ladies tell your son to prepare themselves to be able to prove themselves innocent if they were falsely accused of DV or SA?
You got me there, so you got me there. Listen.
Come on, ladies. Y'all have.
I haven't even thought that far.
I would like to say
Y'all
something.
got
but I wanted
sons.
to wait
Y'all
for
got
my turn.
sons.
You see why we having
I'm
this
gonna
conversation?
tell him to call you, so he can go ahead and get that paper drafted up
I'm gonna find that. I got it on one of my
right now,
and I'm gonna post it on TikTok for men to download.
But you see why we having this conversation? Because for one of the first time we asking questions that women are having a hard time having this discussion. Because as we put it to your sons and what you have to tell them, when we get down to that, like he says, SA and grape and all these other things that men are facing, what do you tell your sons? Because as you just stated, the mothers of today are not raising suitable daughters to even marry your son. So if he does get married, he's picking from a fucked up crop of corn to pick from. So the crop is already fucked up. And so if he's choosing from that fucked up crop, y'all got to start preparing your sons. And if y'all don't solicit the help of men in the community to help raise your children, to help mentor them, then y'all need to be able to talk to your sons about the reality of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
When it's my turn, may I have something to say?
Yeah, go ahead, Blasian.
Thank you. All right. So what I tell my 21-year-old son, well, he already knows. You know what I mean? He's old enough to see what goes around, and the fact that he feels as though, this is what he told me a few weeks ago, he can't really trust women out here because he sees what he sees. He sees the dysfunction. We call it like brainwashing, right? So that's what a lot of the females are under. It's like they're under a spell. So a lot of them act the same. They talk the same, they dress the same, everything is the same. And I said to my son, I said, I'm not rushing you now, you're just 21. But like one day, do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? He's like, no. And I said, no. And he said, because he sees what goes on. Yeah, and so he is young. So let's give him a little bit of grace in that area because he's only 21 years old. But he says that he sees it on social media. He's seen it in high school. He used to come home and tell me these weird stories about these rumors that were going around school. He would share with me, something that maybe one of his cousins was going through. This is the reality. If it was bad back when we were growing up, how do you think it is now? Now you have social media, you have all of these things that we didn't have. So a lot of these females are so brainwashed and they're out of control. So what would I tell my son? We already talk about the whole, domestic violence. We talk about, the charges that these women would love to put on men just because they're mad at him. They'll say, well, you know what? I'm going to call the police and say you did XYZ. Now he has a whole case against him. He understands because he sees and he hears a whole lot of this stuff going on around him.
Clapback.
I know that it's a tough situation
Hey,
that we're talking about. I think that's Miss May. Hey, you got anybody who has on YouTube in the background on another device, you have to turn it all the way down.
So I'm gonna end it right here and say that what I tell my son is reality. He sees it, he knows what goes on, he sees the foolery. And he says, you know what, honestly, can't really trust them because all they do is just do the same nonsense. So he feels is like, Mom, I cannot trust these females, so I'm just gonna focus on my career or whatever it is he wants to do, which is good. But I tell him, you know what? I'm not gonna say and hold you, but right now, don't even hold your breath because a lot of these females are out of order and they're out of control.
Hey, operator, can you put the last comment up on the screen? I had a guy do that to me for whatever reason, and I did retaliate the same way. I wonder what she means by I had a guy do that to me. If you could click the link and come up, because I want to ask you more about what you're saying. And Miss Vet Lady, I see what you're saying when you say that your son is facing this now, but we were talking about him getting falsely accused. And you also said we are 13K in with trying to defend him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is reality for men. This is reality for men, and we are trying our best to, navigate this information to our younger men. But I mean, just like a few seconds ago, I asked the women, what would you say to your own sons? And they're speechless, and this is their gender that's doing this. Shit. I've never heard of a man, lying on a woman and saying that she sexually assaulted him. Never. I've never heard that. Damn. I've never heard of a man telling a woman, hey, this is your child, but he was lying. Never. I've never heard that. I don't even think it's possible. I know it's not possible. That's why I said it. So this is what we're dealing with. So we're asking ladies in real time, how and what do we say to our young men to prepare them for these types of individuals? Because the sad part is the good women are not multiplying as fast as the fucked up ones.
Right.
The fucked up ones are like baby kids. God damn, they make 1,000 every fucking day. But we get 2 good women out of every 1,000 pieces of shit. And I'm gonna be fair, it's the same way on the men's side. I'm gonna be fair. It's the same way on the men's side. Hell, I'd probably say it's even worse on the men's side because women, these fucked up women are raising the men.
I was just looking up, but my computer won't find it. I was trying to look up the percentage now of those who have taken paternity tests that the men have found out they're
can
not
you hear
the
me?
father. Yeah, hold on, Ms. Matt.
Yeah, now.
But I was trying to look up the new percentages that it shows of all of the paternity tests that have been done that men are finding out they're not the fathers. So we're dealing with a pathology here where if these young men are going to enter into relationships, you mothers, because you are the ones choosing to raise them by yourself, you're going to have to come up with some answers, and you're going to have to come up with some advice to talk to your boys about, because that number is going to continue to rise until until the Republicans get in and do what they're going to do. Thank God.
Hey, Swift Justice said that they got something.
I tell my son to make sure the girl is working. I tell my son to make
can
sure
you hear me?
We can hear you. We can Miss Matt, can you hear me? We can hear you.
Yes, Miss Matt, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Miss Matt?
She can't hear us.
Can you hear me, Clap?
I don't think she can hear us.
Oh,
she probably got her mic muted.
Oh, Swift Justice is Miss Matt. Okay.
So you want me to answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Matt.
Okay, so my advice to to young men is some things you just don't tell nobody.
No, the new question was, what advice do you give your young men or your sons on how to prepare or defend themselves from false DV cases and false SA cases?
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
So I just think some things that you shouldn't tell anybody.
Miss Matt, can you hear me? This is Saul. Miss Matt.
Miss May.
Miss Matt, can you hear us?
Miss Matt on the A-track.
What you getting into?
Prophet is met.
Let me go back on mute.
You're
Prophet
muted.
is met.
You're muted.
You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Can y'all hear me?
Prophet met.
Miss Matt, you have to unmute. Unmute. There's a button at the bottom of the screen that says mute, and you got to click that. Boy, y'all got to get off TikTok, boy.
Boy,
y'all even know
it's the YouTube revolution. I keep getting kicked out of my own damn show.
Hey, operator, you don't have the old sound for dial up?
Hey, operator, drop this and let her come back up. It may be her connection or something.
But go ahead, Queen Asia. You was gonna say.
Well, in the meantime, I tell myself, I tell my son, he has to do his DNA. You got to know what you're getting into. Know what female you're working with. Make sure she got a good education for herself. Look at her background. You know how she was raised. If she got two parents in the home, yes, I do agree. Two parent home do make a difference. And even if both parents not in the home, some type of male figure there, or if the dad is involved, we gotta have both.
Queen,
male and
quick
female
question.
involved.
Queen, did you have any of those things or all those things?
Yeah, you asked me that already. Yes, I had two dads. I had a stepdad and I had a real dad. And
you had a mom.
before
And you
my
had a
mom got
mom.
married, she was
And
a
you live with your
independent
mom.
woman, not for long.
So even with
She
all
always
that shit,
yes.
so even with all that shit, y'all still throw
And I
the
had
shit
a
up in
grandma.
men's faces. Wait, no, but with all that shit, y'all still throw it up in men's faces.
Can you hear me?
So,
Exactly.
How you gonna say we?
So
you
what?
keep putting me in the category with them.
Can you hear me, Clapback?
Yeah, we
My
can hear you,
thing
Miss
is,
Matt.
I'm
Can you
my
hear
own
us?
person. I have a mind of my own.
No. But that's the thing. Even with all that
Miss
background,
Matt,
it still do
Miss
it.
Matt, we can hear you. Can you hear us, Miss Matt?
Do
Hey,
what? Lower?
Operator, put Ethan Wilson's comment on the screen, the one before the last.
Please do.
Not the last one, though. Yeah. Never put your hands on a woman. Leave the situation. Do all the women agree with that? Never put your hands
right.
on a woman. Leave the situation.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Miss Matt.
Oh, sweet Jesus, let me kill this nigga.
I was raised right. I did wrong on my own.
Miss Matt, can you hear us?
Hey, Miss Matt got one of them horns to her ear. Doing Morse code on the motherfucking rotary phone. Y'all hear me? Testing, 1, 2.
Everybody put in the chat, Miss Matt, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Miss Matt, come on.
Somebody
break
said,
it one down, Miss Matt. Come on.
Wait, somebody said Miss Matt or Western Union.
I have a question to ask. I have a question to ask if possible.
No, y'all answer that question that was up there that Saul asked about.
Yeah, shit.
Mr. Wilson said, never put your hands on a woman, leave the situation. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Okay, I can hear you now. Hey,
everybody. Miss Matt.
Hey,
Miss
guys.
Matt.
How you doing?
Oh,
how you doing?
Hey, Miss Matt, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Miss Matt. You are now tuned in to Late Night
What was
with
the
Clapback.
question?
Welcome, Miss Matt.
Okay, one of the people in the comments said, Mr. Wilson, he's a friend of mine. That's my brother. He said, never put your hands on a woman. Just leave the situation.
Never put your hands on a woman. Leave the situation.
Do you agree with that? You never.
Hey, how y'all doing?
No matter what, you never put your hands on a woman. Do you
I agree. I agree.
Okay,
Lord.
Miss Matt.
Now I believe you can restrain that woman. You can restrain that woman.
Wait, Miss Met, I
Don't
think
put
she's
your
just
hands
not
on her
hearing
like
us.
you're trying
Miss
to
Met,
bite her. You can restrain
hold
her.
on, hold on, hold on. Miss Met is just not hearing me when I say, "Hey, Miss Met." I think Miss
Unless
Met,
she
you got
hit
to
no, if she hit you,
you
hit her
got to
back.
get yeah, you got to get off
Yeah,
MySpace
she got a
and switch
delay.
over to YouTube, Miss
If
Met.
she
Okay,
if she hit you,
She'll get that
no,
joke
if
by
she
the end of
hit
the
you, hit her
show.
back.
Yeah.
I said what I said. If she hit you, it,
What we got me for?
uh-huh.
We got
wait,
cousins.
Miss.
No, in a perfect world, yeah, you can hit her
I
back.
No,
heard
But
no,
what about
no. Let
you
me hear
got
Miss
marks on her? You don't have he don't have no marks on
Met.
him,
Say it
but
again.
she got
Say it.
marks.
If she hits you, what?
Mm-mm.
I'm not on MySpace. I'm on YouTube.
Yo, Miss Bet.
Not my face.
No, because Lois said that to her. That's why.
She really got it.
Laura
What I
said that
told
10
ya?
minutes ago. He said that 10 minutes ago.
I heard that, Lord. I heard that, Lord. I don't have no MySpace. I have Facebook. Don't try me.
Miss Mitt, he said that yesterday. He said that yesterday. It just showed up today.
I heard him.
Girl, what are you on? You must be on a satellite phone. God damn.
You on a rotary phone, Miss Mitt?
Hey, can I say this though?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Let me say this though. I don't think that some things a man should tell a woman, period.
Thank you.
Now, the question of this century
Did y'all hear what
is,
I said?
yeah, we heard it. The question of this century is, should a man ever...
No, I won't. No, on my cell phone.
Yo, what is happening?
Wait, that means she just heard the satellite phone thing.
Mark.
Oh, shit.
They're going to get y'all tomorrow.
Okay, all right. All right, we're going to have to go to somebody else because Miss Met she's in another dimension. She's in a third dimension.
Yeah.
There's a lag.
Yeah, it's a lag.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, there's a lag.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Miss Met, you cannot use rotary phones and dial up. It just won't connect right. But I want to go back to Queen Asia.
Yeah, that's not an Obama phone. That's a Jimmy Carter phone.
No,
Jimmy
I
Carter
hear
phone.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, Ethan said that daughters look for men like their fathers, and men, what did he say?
Like their
No.
Women like their mothers.
Everybody
example she
breaking
said.
up.
Mr. Wilson, I think that you have a great representation of how the American story should go. This individual grew up with his mother and father, married his high school sweet.
Bunch of giggles.
He doesn't understand. I don't think he understands that the real world out here he's got a Disney World situation going on. Hallmark card. And I envy that brother. He's got the greatest situation set up, right? But I don't think he got a touch of what's really going on here for the majority of the people.
So what I'm going to do, because we seem to be having a lot of technical difficulties, this is our first show. I want to appreciate everybody down in the chat for hanging with us. But since we're having some technical difficulties, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody get final remarks. You can wait here till tomorrow because Met will get the message then. So come back. And she'll be able to respond tomorrow. But I'm going to let everybody get final remarks. Hey, listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all for my first show being here. We'll be here every Monday night. We're going to get all these bugs fixed. Tomorrow night, are you coming on tomorrow, Saul?
Yes, I will.
What time, Saul?
9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Uncomfortable Truth right here on Atlantic Cast Network. I expect to see everybody here right back tomorrow night, 9:00 sharp. The Atlantic Cast Network presents The Uncomfortable Truth with yours truly, Saul Camaro, a.k.a. Mr. Mark McBride. I'll see you all then.
Are we setting the record straight on Wednesday?
Peter, he look,
He's sleep.
Peter went.
Where did
Peter went.
he go?
Peter went to go get him a quickie. Peter been gone. Peter been gone 20 minutes.
He been gone 20 minutes. Come on, doing that nasty thing, y'all. But listen, all of you in the chat, I appreciate you coming out, making this first show successful with my panel. I'm gonna let everybody have their last remarks, but please continue. Make sure you follow the Atlanticast Network. Also, go to my YouTube channel, which is the Clapback. Just type in Clapback 770, you'll see it. And make sure you're subscribed there, because throughout the week I will also do other broadcasts directly from my YouTube channel. But I want to appreciate everyone. I want to appreciate everyone on the panel. This conversation is very uncomfortable. It should have probably been called The Uncomfortable Truths, because the women are struggling to deal with what they're going to have to face in the future if they have sons. What they're going to tell their sons, and when we're putting these questions to the women, it seems very difficult for them to answer these questions, except for Queen Asia, because she's always making up shit anyway. But we're gonna let everybody get their last remarks. Miss Met, are you here?
I'm a real one, baby.
Okay. Okay, you can go ahead and go with yours.
Who you want to go first?
We can go Queen Asia.
All right, so for everybody in the chat, if y'all ever want to see me on the live, like turn the camera on, I need each and every one of y'all to send
Queen Asia.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Stop doing that, Queen Asia.
Shut the fuck up.
Queen Asia, stop.
What is wrong with you? You ain't got no fucking job. See, this is
Queen Asia.
Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
It's in my business now. Don't goddamn make me get back.
Cut her fucking mic.
Yes. Jesus.
Lord, last remarks.
The Lower Ninth has a show tomorrow morning. Lower, tell us where you're going to be at tomorrow morning. Give us your remarks.
I'll be live at TikTok, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, Monday through Friday. All these great personalities and my lovely Blasian will be there Monday through Friday, discussing today's topics, the things that affect our community, and I would love for y'all to join me. Appreciate y'all. Good night.
Appreciate you too, Lower. Let's go next. There we go. Go ahead.
Let me put this A track in here. How you start this A track?
Hey guys.
There you go.
Hey, Miss Matt.
Hey guys. I just want to say, don't trust no woman with all your secrets.
Thank you, Miss Smith.
Blasian persuasion.
Yes. Thank you. First of all, congratulations, Mr. Clapback, for having a great show. I was going to ask a question to Miss Queen Asia and ask her, well, would you want your son to date someone like you? But I know we didn't have a lot of time. Hopefully I get to address that question with her one day. I'm just curious.
She'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, of course she will. But it was a great show. It's good to see everyone as usual. Thank you.
Queenie.
Now watch me, Whip. Now watch me, Nay Nay.
Thank you all for having me up on the panel. It's definitely a good show, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes, bright and early.
One big family, yeah.
If Peter was here, he would tell us that he does a show early in the morning. I think it starts around 6:30. It's kind of the kickoff show before the Lower Ninth Ward show. So you want to be on TikTok tomorrow morning to start off with Peter. And then typically what happens is somebody says something stupid, and then we have to argue there. And then Lower will come in and say, hey, come over and start this conversation. Those people who are on the panel will go back up and discuss it and get mad and then drop and then cry and then bitch and do all that other shit. So you don't want to miss it. Then Lower will calm it down. And then Peter and Saul are going to get in an argument. And, he's going to call him a name, and then he's going to call him a name, and then it's going to go back and forth. And then JVL's going to send in a thing, and he's going to call him.
That's
say
just
something.
about the whole show wrapped up right there.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't want to miss that shit, man. That's some good shit. Like some real good shit there. I'm just telling you. So
Then somebody
no,
somebody gonna say about a pig voice squealing, and another one gonna say
Yeah.
about the muscular baby.
Then Omega, I got to chill with him a little bit today. He gonna come up and tell everybody, hold on, I want to make an announcement. I want to do a moderator break. But before I do, I just want to interject here, and he's gonna talk for about 20 minutes.
What the fuck?
Then he's gonna say he's done, and he's gonna say he's gonna drop, and he's not gonna drop, and then he's gonna say there's no interruptions, no blah blah blah. Then Saul's gonna start talking, and then Omega gonna say, Saul, wait a minute, brother. Then Jesus is going to come. When Jesus comes, everybody's going to get quiet, and he's going to give a whole soliloquy and a whole sermon, and he's going to preach, and everybody's going to thank him, and then we're going to go to a different subject. Man, I'm telling you, bro, we have a great time over there. Y'all need to be there tomorrow morning. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be with us next Monday.
Thank you.